Alright, what's going on YouTube? Hammer56 here, or Hamzy. I am almost at 3,000 subscribers now, and I'd like to thank every single one of you for that. It means so much to me, and it kind of sucks that I had to take such a long break, or not be able to upload for so long, because my views were racking up, and I mean just steadily just rising. And my last video only got like 150 views or something. All the other ones have at least like 500 or something like that, and man, that's incredible. Hopefully you guys will start seeing these notifications in these videos and know that I'm uploading again. So since I did miss 2,000 subscribers and we're almost at 3,000 subscribers, I thought I would tell a 3,000 subscriber special. And this is a pretty funny life story, I would say. And so yeah, how about we just jump right into this? Alright, so this story takes place in 4th grade, right? And back in 4th grade was a really funny time, to be honest with you. I don't have many like crazy life stories from there, but this is pretty much the craziest. So I had this friend back in 5th grade, right? We're gonna call him John, okay? So I met John on the football team. I played football back then, and we met on the football team, and we were really close friends. We had become really good friends, actually, and you know, it was pretty surprising how fast we had just become that close. So me and this kid, John, we would go to each other's houses a lot, you know, do what normal 4th grade friends do. Christmas break comes along. Christmas break, and I'm like, hey, dude, you need to stay over one of the weekends over Christmas break at my house. And he's like, dude, that sounds great. So we arrange all that, and we get him to come over to my house. And he's like staying there for like 3 or 4 days. And so we're just gonna, you know, do whatever 4th graders do, right? 2 little faggots just running around in like 50-degree weather. Well, that's cold for me. I don't know how cold that is for you, but that's freezing down here where I am. God. So the first day goes by. Me and this kid are just hanging out, doing whatever we want to do, right? You know, no trouble, no nothing at all. And here's a little quick backstory. Behind my house, there's a barn. There's like this house with a barn. And at the time of when this story takes place, this barn and house was vacant, like it was just abandoned, and nobody had been there for years. And so kids my age, I had a group of friends, we would always go there, and it's not like we would go over there and just toke and smoke weed and stuff. No, we'd go over there and we'd just sit there and do nothing, because we were 4th graders, and that's what you do in 4th grade, right? So we wake up one morning, and I'm like, dude, let's go to this barn and hang out. And he's like, yo, that sounds awesome. A few hours later, we go to the barn, right? We're doing whatever we want to do. We're just sitting at this barn. And at this barn, you know, behind it, there was like, you know, where they used to keep horses and stuff. So, and I guess the people left all their stuff at this barn when they left, because there was like horse, like stuff, you know, just everywhere. There was like, you know, gardening tools and stuff like that. And so while we were there, this next door neighbor of mine comes over with his little airsoft pistol, and we start hanging out with him and stuff, right? And he's like, dude, I have this airsoft pistol. So we take this airsoft pistol and we start shooting all of the light bulbs in this barn, in this house. Like, we shot the window of the house, we shot the light bulbs in the barn. Like, it was pretty like bad, to be honest with you. It was not a good idea. So after a few minutes of doing that, this kid's parents call him back to his house. So he goes back to his house, and me and John are sitting over here like, well, what do we do now? We just start looking through stuff, and we find a lighter. And he's like, dude, did you know that if you throw a lighter on the ground, it'll explode? And I was like, what? And he says, watch this. And he just slams his lighter on the ground, and it just explodes everywhere. And we're like, wow, man, that's so stupid, because it was stupid. So after going through some more stuff in that barn or whatever, we find this acid. I don't know what it was, but it's just this, like a bucket of like, just like this acid stuff. And so we didn't know what it was. So we poured it on the concrete, and this stuff literally melted away like the first layer of concrete. Like it was pretty serious. And we were like, holy crap, we better not mess with that anymore. So then, after we get done messing with this acid, we're like, bro, let's just leave. And he's like, nah, man, look what I just found. And it's spray paint. And I was like, yes, dude, we found spray paint. So me and this kid, John, right, start spray painting all over the walls of this barn. And it's like, you know, it's visible from the street, so people can see us just spray painting on this barn. I can't remember exactly what we spray painted, but I know he spray painted a penis, and I spray painted a big peace sign, and under the peace sign I spray painted no vandalism, right? Which is so stupid. I probably have pictures of it somewhere. I probably won't be able to find them, but I know there are pictures of it. I mean, this was a huge deal, right? So we're spray painting all over this barn, and then we go to a house that's a little bit like across the yard, and this dude has like these old, you know those Schwinn chopper bicycles? He had some of those. He had like tractors, and he had motorcycles like under like tarps and stuff. So me and this kid take the tarp off of this poor man's motorcycles and stuff, and we spray paint all over those expensive bicycles and motorcycles and stuff. And I mean, it's bad. Like, it's green and red spray paint all over these black nice motorcycles and stuff. And so we're like, holy crap. So we literally were just like, let's leave. And so we dipped. We just peeled out like in 2 seconds, and we went back to my house. Well, my parents were like, where were you guys? We were just like, we were walking around the neighborhood doing whatever, and they were like, okay. So me and him went inside, and we played like PS3 or something like that, and the rest of the day was perfectly fine. Well, the next day, he leaves. It was like early that morning when he leaves, and so me and my family are doing whatever we do around the house, and this guy who lives down the street, knocks on the door, and so my mom answers it, and she's like, hey, what do you want, whatever, and he goes, hey, did somebody spray paint on your things or whatever? And my mom's like, no, why? This dude goes, well, somebody spray painted all over that barn back there and spray painted all over my motorcycles and my bicycles and stuff with red and green spray paint. And so me sitting there hearing this from the other room, and I'm like, oh my God, like, that's me. And so then my mom comes into my room, and she's like, do you know anything about this? And I'm like, no. My mom knew that I did it. I don't know how she knew, but she did. She was like, you did it. It just admitted. And I was like, fine, I did. She didn't really tell anybody. So this guy was, going to work or whatever. And next thing I know, later that day, cops pull up at our house. Like, straight up, just cops knock on our door. And so they're like, hey, we have reports of vandalism in the neighborhood. Do you guys know anything about this? And my mom's like, Freeman, you tell me the truth. And I'm like, fine, I did it. And so these cops get my friend's phone number, and they call him and his parents over to my house, and we sit in my living room getting interrogated by cops. And they're like, if you were 12 years old at when this happened, you could be going to juvenile detention right now and getting arrested. And I was like, oh my God. And so I sat there in my living room for like 2 hours with these police officers, and me and this kid are just like, holy crap, like, I didn't know that this was a thing. So obviously me and this kid are really scared, being fourth graders and having to have the cops come to my house and ask me questions about it and stuff. My friend John's mom got this stuff, and she got all these cleaning supplies, and we had to go back there for like 3 or 4 days and clean this spray paint off of all of his bicycles and all of the barn and stuff. And we had to like replace the light bulbs and all this crap. And so he just kind of, that's all he had to do. He just cleaned it up, and that's it. So my parents, okay, make me write, I think it was 1,000 lines, punishment. And there's just something about vandalism, and I can't remember what it was, but that was bad, man. That was horrible. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I guess moral of the story is, don't vandalize unless no one's gonna catch you. I don't know. Don't be like Hamzy, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And if you're feeling kind of snazzy, you feel like being a cool cat right now, you know what I'm saying? Just hit that bell notification and subscribe. That sounded needy, but you know what? It's YouTube. What can you do about it? So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.